Are we live? Yes, we are. Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dear audience. If this is your first time seeing us, my name is Gwen. I'm coming to you live from Singapore, and I have two special invited guests. And for those of you who has followed us in the last three live stream, you will know that they are both of them are hardworking mummies, and one is Felicia. Felicia, give a wave.
Hello.
Yeah, that's Felicia, and we have Angelica.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. So today would be our last live stream, and then I'm not sure. Maybe in the future we will have more interesting topic, right, ladies? So we'll
Mm-hmm.
see how. Okay. So we are going to be touching on the topic more like a myth, like a myth. Sorry, wrong English. A myth, some people think that wow, digital business, I can, man, I can, I really can. How? So we're going to touch on that, right? So Angelica, can I invite you to share a little bit more about that, whether it is suitable for beginners, you think?
Of course, definitely. I mean, I think we all, when we all started as well, we don't know a lot of things as well, right? I
Mm,
don't think it's something that someone goes in and say, "Yeah, I know everything." That's not going to happen, right? Otherwise, there's no point doing in this business. But as we go into this business, I think there's a lot to learn, and I think in any
mm,
business, right, there'll be a lot to learn as well, right? But for digital business, it's a way to go nowadays, right? Everyone is talking
yes,
about
yes.
buying things online or doing business online and so forth, right? So it's a business where we should embark uh, embark on, and also it's moving towards being technology savvy. So definitely,
Mm,
it's for anyone. I mean, everyone is also learning about technology, and technology is always evolving. So we are
correct.
also all learning, right? So we can always start, at any time and anywhere, and then leverage on the network that we have, right, and learn from one another. So yeah, definitely, it's for anyone who is either young, or old, or in the mid age. I think it's for everyone basically, right? As long as the attitude that everyone has is willingness to learn,
Yes,
right?
absolutely. You are so right, Angelica.
Yeah,
Mm,
so if you have that willingness to learn, then everything can happen, right? You just need to take
yeah,
that step.
so true,
Yeah.
so true. Yeah. So, Alicia, can you also share what are your views on this? Do you agree with what Angelica just shared?
Um, our focus right now was to talk about how to start this business, right? Or
Mm,
is it? Am I? So I think how is a big question there. How do I do it? So that is the main big reason of why we are coming live here and in telling that how this digital business can make a transformation and changes. You see, people heard that where nothing comes free. So as to when we start a business, it is not come with free. We need to learn because especially even it is something that might be new. But I would say that the initial starts with the person got to be willingly to be open mind and
mm,
to find out with clarity what is this business we are talking about.
yes.
And
Mm,
it's a business that is not just talking about giving you opportunity of involving in a tech and learning, and because we have don't have to worry about the skills and no experience, no background of business, all this. But here we are, there is something great to share here with everyone who is in the very first thing is that if you are open mind and
mm,
uh, you are willing to take a step of faith that coming out from what we call it, learning to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? So then only we will be able to, like an eye-opening, what is this all about? See, but when if we are
Mm-hmm.
just
Yes.
seeing, keep on seeing and scrolling and seeing everybody talking about, there's a lot of digital online business, but
Yeah.
what kind are we talking about? So how or who can embark in this business is global, and
Yes.
it does not matter our age, as long as where we are teachable. I mean, if you are a person who is likes to learn and wants to keep on growing and find out what is the potential and the specialty that you have, or the creativity that may be hidden in you. So I think it is time that where to make that first move, to be open-minded and to find out how this business can help you.
Mm. Yes. Thank you so much, Felicia. You are so right about it. And then earlier on, right, before we actually step up to this platform, I did went through. I shared with Felicia, okay, about the book that my late father left behind, and I don't know for some reason it just sort of caught my attention the other day. I opened the drawer. The book. The title is "The Magic About Thinking Big." In the past I used to think that okay, doesn't concern me until I stepped into the world of entrepreneur. And then this title really, really shook me up because from the first chapter I read, it really touches on mindset. Okay, so as you can see, I'm gonna put it up here so everyone can see. All right, the business insight. And earlier on, Felicia, you touched about the fact that it is for everybody. Can or cannot is really whether you want to or not. Simple as
Correct.
that.
Mm.
Can or cannot, it's all up to us. We are here, we provide the solution, we provide you the way of doing things. But if the person who's looking into this life, right, they put up the wall, if you put up a wall and decided that, okay, this one, I better be more reserved. Already the wall is up. So what else can we do? There's nothing much that can be done. Because it is so true, Felicia, when you shared, a person, it's true that when you mentioned, Felicia, that, we need to be open minded, right? There is echo. Are you hearing me okay? On the other side? You okay?
No,
Yeah,
okay.
it's look like a double sound. Now a bit okay.
Now
Okay,
okay.
okay, fine. So I got disrupted. Sorry about that, dear audience. Okay, fine. So I'm going into the fact here that how to start this digital business. We have all the step-by-step training that's provided. We just need to be coachable, be willing to learn, right? And then I'm
Yeah.
going to touch on the last point here is traditional mindset versus forward thinking mindset. This is very, very important. Why I want to touch on this? So many of those people, audience who look in, and then earlier on we mentioned about digital business, and they don't know what digital business, what are you talking about? So if a person comes in with the traditional mindset, right, automatically they have this thing, oh, I need to be careful, everything is online, a lot of scammers, a lot of dangerous thing out there. Like what I shared with Felicia before this is, okay, the only way to remedy the situation or the cure lah, for all of us to be safe online is to know what we are getting into. And how do we know that is to learn? And who do you learn from? Not just any Tom, Dick, and Harry you find online. A lot of people, they try to get information through YouTube, through whatever platform out there, and then try to, oh, I'm going to start a business because this YouTuber say that, oh, they can do this, they can do that, right? That is not the way I want to tell the audience, okay, because it's not safe. What we can do is to learn from the proper channel. Now, why I say traditional mindset is a dangerous thing, yeah? Traditional mindset, traditional thinking is actually personal enemy number one. Now, why do I say that? It is because it stops a person from getting creative. When you start to limit yourself, that you start telling yourself, oh, I can't, your creativity is like really get chained up already. Means you cannot unleash that creativity in your mind. Like, you cannot tell yourself, actually, I can do it like this. Maybe I can do it the other way. We kind of stop ourselves from progressing. We shouldn't be regressing, we should be progressing. Successful entrepreneurs, not just entrepreneurs, to be successful in life, everybody must be able to progress. And to progress is to have the willingness to learn, to explore, right? So how
Yep.
do we do that? I'm gonna touch on this. Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit long-winded today because something just caught my attention. I got to bring it up. I want everybody to know this is be receptive to idea is number one. Yeah, don't limit oneself. And then the second one is be experimental. Means be willing to try. How big can you get, right? And the just like how previous sharing we mentioned 149 USD fully refundable in 30 days. What do you have to lose? You have nothing to lose, right? It's refundable.
Yeah.
What do you
Correct.
learn? A whole lot more. You learn about what we do, how we do it, and a lot of interesting information out there. The choice is yours. You get to explore. Do I want to do it? Is this for me? Can I do it? Of course, you can if you want to, right? All of us start off from places that we are not familiar with the social media, but then we get better. See, look, three of us here. Oh, what happened to? Okay, never mind. We'll continue. We'll
When she
continue.
come back.
So what happens is, right, with this social media thingy, it is open for everybody. We all learn, isn't it, Felicia? Right?
Yeah,
And
I saw earlier. I think Lily, you did share in our group chat. There's one posting that you post. The irony of someone who is a graduate where they have cert, and then but
yes,
they are looking for something that is comfortable and
mm,
being safe and being something like is a repetitive and uh, uh, being comfort. So what easy job was given to him is that to stay there at the four circle, and he did stay there because the job function is so simple. Is that you just stay there and right where you are, don't go out of this four. So my
yeah,
imagine, I straight pop imagine myself as though it's like saying that like we who are working in the office environment, we are always caught up in the four walls and we always stay there, whether
yes.
we busy and everything is in the four walls, and we hardly see the sky. So you can see if in my page I like to post pictures of the sun, the trees, the sky. I, so I remember that post that you post, and the guy really stays there, and after the time clock tick 5 o'clock, the boss will come give him the pay, and the next day and the
Mm,
next day. And then there's one time, then later on he said, okay, now we go to a bigger circle, bigger square, but he is still
it's a
staying at
promotion
the
lah.
square.
Ah,
Yeah, like a promotion, the way the picture of it. So even if you're promoted, you're still at the four walls, and
correct. Oh,
so
yes.
and in between in his life is that got people having trouble or people asking him for further help. He cannot go extra mile. He is just stay on to
Mm,
that
very
four
limited
square thing.
because, yeah.
Yeah, until where he reached the old age, white hair, and then
Yeah.
he suddenly only trigger his mind that where I don't want to do this anymore. So he walk out, and when the time that he walk out, he want to do the things that he love, to skate the skateboard, he can't do it.
And he had a nasty fall, right? So yeah, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Felicia. That was something that I saw this morning. In one of my social media platform. It's really very touching. How is it? How unfortunate? So many of us, we trade off our life. We give our very best. Like our last sharing we mentioned about we are born, we grow up, we study, we get a degree, we get a job, we get married, and hopefully die happy. But the thing is, not all of us is gonna die happy, because there's so many trade-off in life. And that is a very good story about the person who stood in the box. He was a young graduate and thinking that,
Yeah.
he's being paid. Simple, easy job, like you mentioned just now, Felicia, this topic. I don't know, Angelica, have you seen it?
Nope.
You have to later on, you can just go to the group chat. Now you can see, this posting is really very touching. Sometimes we
Okay.
trade off our youth, we trade off our time with our family, and then we trade off our hobbies, we trade off the things that is most important to us. What is it? For me, is travel. I was an ex-cabin crew. Travel is always in my blood. To tell me to stay put in one place is gonna take my life. I think I really think I would die on the spot. Cannot. I must travel. So it is really sad. So many of them, I think, not so much about not being aware of what they're doing, but they feel that they can't do it. But who puts you in the box? You did, right? Audience,
Mm.
you put yourself in the box. Nobody did. Nobody said that you can't leave the box, right? You can always step out of the box. Go pursue the things you want to do in life. Who's going to stop you, right? Yeah, the management is going to tell you, okay, I give you this amount of money. You just have to stay from 9 to 5 in this little box. And then as you give up 3, 5 years, 10 years, I'll give you a bigger box. But the box that you step inside, that one is still a box. You can actually step out of the box and do the things you like, right? Felicia, she's in the clip that I shared. I was so moved on the inside. That is the whole reason why I am a full-time digital business entrepreneur, because I had enough of staying inside that box, right, Felicia? Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, Angelica is working towards that.
Yes.
Yeah, her daughter is going to be joining you, so she is going to have a better life in future. I know so. You know why? You're one awesome mommy. You are already planning it ahead for her. Where to find this kind of mommy? Seriously, a lot of mummies out there is like, 你好好读书 study hard get a degree, then get married, 生囝 get your grandchild, give me grandchild, and then die happy. A lot of parents are like that because they are not open to the idea. Traditional mindset again. Must have
Yes.
the
Yes.
forward thinking mindset. Think ahead. Think different. Think
Correct.
out of the
Right.
box.
And
If
in
you
fact,
have
I think they are more willing to learn and to join as well because it's all about digital, right? And it's all being online. They are so much
Mm,
more digital savvy than us, right? So they are
yes.
more inclined to learn from us as well. So it's a good platform.
This is your language for this day.
Yes,
Can you
it's your
imagine
language.
for some extreme case that I've heard of, children stay upstairs, go and text the mom, mom, what's for dinner? WhatsApp message the mom. My
Well,
son
then no such thing, huh? Our days, no such thing. WhatsApp.
yeah, it's all WhatsApp lah. Hey, mommy, what's for dinner? If my son ever do that to me, I tell you, I wallop him. I don't care how old he is. I wallop him. I say, you better don't do that to me. I'm standing outside here. You better come here and talk to me. Yeah. Social media is good, so it's still up to us parents to be in control. Oh yeah, I also need to touch on one topic. Yeah, I shared with one of my girlfriend earlier. There was this minister, right? Because of a deep fake, right? She was being the AI has programmed her to speak things that is against her how to put it. It's against what
Okay.
she believes in.
She
It's like a,
believes.
mm, so it's like an AI, but speaks something negatively towards her own whatever that she has been doing, contributing to the country lah. So she made a police report. And then my girlfriend told me, this dear friend of mine, she says, "Oh, we have to tell our kids to be careful." But the thing is here, I want to bring it up again. To be careful is not just simply be careful or stay away from social media. No, that's not a way to be careful. To be careful again is to be knowledgeable, to know what you're getting into. Then you know how scammers and how what is happening out in the world and be able to prevent yourself getting into trouble. One very good example to make you understand what I'm drawing at and what I'm driving at is imagine, right, at a soccer game, you are the goalie. Okay, imagine your mind right now. You're the goalie. Okay, looking, 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 and then you see this opponent now. Wow, getting ready to give the one nasty kick. The ball's gonna come flying. What do? Don't want to see. Don't want to see. Don't want to see. The ball not gonna hit me. I tell you, I guarantee you, it hit you right in the face. Or you have a broken nose for sure. Guarantee. Why? You should not cover your eyes. Open. See. Look at the ball. Where is it coming? And then tackle the ball. That is how our mindset should be in life. Be it in this entrepreneurship, be it with our family, be it anything that we do. Even in our Christian ministry, as a Christian believer, attacks is going to come every direction, left, right, center, everywhere. The trick of it all to overcome it is not to cover your eyes and hide in a hole, because that's not the best defense. All right? Yeah.
Correct.
Open your eyes big and see what is happening. Then you're better prepared. Right? Not. I'm so sorry. I've been babbling away very long. Okay. So how long are we in this already? Almost 20 minutes and 36 seconds. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the next topic. Right? Words of advice. Shall we start with Angelica? So, what's the word of advice for young people this day, or people who has no experience with social media and what we are doing in digital business?
Yeah. Well, I guess, don't be afraid, right? Take the lead. Right? We are
Yeah.
all here to help one another, to
Yes.
help each other, and
Mm,
to learn as well, right? And to grow, right? We all need to grow in our lives, regardless of what age you are in, because the system is as such that it's available and it's easy for everyone to learn and understand, right? It's not
yes.
until you join then you realize how wonderful this business is, right? And of course there is a cost to it, right? But it's not as much as the brick and mortar kind of
Mm,
cost. And if there's anything that is free, it's not legitimate, right? Nothing comes in free, basically, right?
yeah.
So be open-minded, and yeah, and join us.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna sidetrack a little bit. I'm gonna touch this part here. That day, I think I sent a message to somebody, but I can't remember. Was it you, Felicia? Excusitis
Okay.
is a kind of disease. Have you heard of this disease? It's called excusitis. Don't know,
No.
What is it? No, what is it?
excuses. Giving excuses is
Oh,
excusitis.
excuse, excuse.
Yeah, there is the age excusitis, and there is the I'm not good enough excusitis. Uh, I can never do this excusitis. So these are all excuses, really. So how to cure all this? There is take action, right? That's the only way to cure excusitis, because if you don't take action to address it, it's something negative and we keep feeding it. What happened to something you keep feeding is going to grow bigger. If you keep giving excuses to yourself, procrastinating and not growing in yourself, I don't have the time, I don't have the knowledge, I'm too old for this, I'm too tired for this, I can't do this, my husband don't support me, my wife don't like me doing this. You can give a million excuses and you can still find another million to continue until we take action and do something different about our life. Nothing is going to change. Trust me. 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, don't take action, you are still in the same tiny little box, right, Felicia?
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
Okay, so I hijacked the point again. So go back to
Yeah.
words of advice. What would you tell?
Yeah, I would say that be open-minded. Look into a deeper core of. You may be sharing from us. You may be thinking, oh, you might be just always in the surface. We will be just talking everything, the highlights and the nice. But it's a journey here when we are into this business.
Mm,
So first thing of all, how you start is that you got to ask yourself this question. Search your heart and see that right where you are right now, are you comfortable with it? And
mm,
if you are too much comfortable with it, then my next question is that whether you have your backup plan, and are you going to be all the time there? Uh, just like the story we said just now, the guy who just stand at the square box, even though he has, because maybe he was too much depending that where his cert is the one brought him there, and then he just stay on there to be safe and comfortable. But what he misses out was actually a, a, a big a big um, what do you
Bigger
call it?
opportunity, you mean?
A kind of a, I think he will not be discovering what his real life is about. What is his
Mm,
purpose being exist? What is the special that he has? Because based on what we know is that each and every one of us, we are unique and specially made. And each
yes,
of
yes.
us surely have our calling and surely have our um, our good that where our potential that where we might not discover it when if we are too much confine ourselves in a comfortable zone. So,
Mm,
but again, there's nothing is permanent. So, self check, do a self check, deep down self check, a reflection. Where
mm,
will you be in the next few years? Uh, and what's your plan? You must have a certain plan, and then then you have we call it a standby. You are prepared.
mm, mm,
So look into your why and be open-minded uh, in the same way that where if even if you really don't know, just like people who want to enter into a you, the young, they didn't know what actual course they want to study, and so they will just go for what you call that? I have forgotten the name. Um, they don't straight go into their diploma. They go to a O level, people call it, and then only they further go into their. So what we are, um, what we are, uh, I mean, offering to audience here is that the opportunity to look into this business and see
mm,
if this is something that where you can do and a solution for your life and something that where
mm.
you can build because this is huge and it's something that is a long
Oh,
run
yes.
and it
Mm.
cannot be in a rush like today I join tomorrow I'm a millionaire. There's no
No
such
lah,
thing.
cannot, cannot.
And then
Yeah.
so like what we have said, we have a trainings to attend just like we go into a school. We are trained. Some diploma is 2 years, some degrees, that kind of thing. But of course, our brain function in a way that where some are very fast able to apply what they learn. So they are very much more, very fast. It's there, and then
Mm,
they
mm.
are living their dream life. But of course, certain people are more slow in learning, but that's okay because we learn and we enjoy along the journey.
Yes, yes.
So do check it out and take it as doing yourself a favor and don't be fearful because
Absolutely.
you actually
Mm.
see us and we are not AI and our lips, our voice is there. Okay, and then maybe check it out on our page, maybe in Instagram, in YouTube, in whatever you can see us in the platform.
Yeah. You will see us that we are real. Yes, that is so true. And then we want to touch on one last thing is the myth, because there is so much of positivity that is being brought up about digital business is this okay. It is it gives you this, it gives you that. Yes, it gives you a lot of perks. For example, the flexibility, the time with your family, the possibility of leaving a big huge legacy for your family. But what people don't know is before you get to all these good perks, you have to put in the effort, dear audience, okay?
Mhm.
Because nothing happens overnight. We reap what we sow. You put in zero effort, you get zero result. But if of course you put 120% effort into it, can you imagine where it will go? So this is exactly what Felicia mentioned, it can really blow your mind and really completely hit the roof and go beyond. That is the possibility. The moment we let ourselves think, not I can't, I would fail, is I can. Maybe I can do it differently. Have that positivity in your mind that you can. The moment you tell yourself you can, the brain start to register the what I can. When I can, As you go along, solution will come. Solution will come to all the things that you face. Initially, with the mindset, I can't, what you see is all obstacle. This obstacle, nobody puts it there for you, right? You put it there yourself. Nobody stopped you from being successful. Nobody stopped you from progressing. You did it for yourself. So the moral of the story is to progress, put in the effort. You are not going to be a millionaire overnight. No, sir. You won't. I'm going to tell you, okay? All of this takes effort. If someone promise you, oh, 1 week later, the thing that you put in, you're going to get it all back. My advice to you, as always, is do 180 degrees, turn the other way, run so fast, you leave a dust behind. Yeah, run that fast, okay? Because these people cannot be trusted, okay? So what Felicia is doing, what Angelica and myself is doing, we put in our heart and soul into this because not because we are forced to, because it's the decision we made in life, because we see the potential, we love what we do, and we know we can pass it on as a legacy to our loved ones. Okay, so to know us better, please come and visit our page. It is all shown on the page. If you can see our business sites are all there. Okay, so with this, I will end this live stream. Thank you so much for staying with us and for tuning in. God bless you. May the Lord keep you. May His face shine upon you. Okay, many, many blessings to you. All right.
Bye
And this is
bye.
okay. Okay. So maybe in future we're gonna have a interesting topic. I don't know. We'll see how. Okay. Take care. Bye.
Bye.